Jesse Ray Ernst's Mixland released the Tape 3348 plugin, and this really is a flavor machine. It emulates 7 digital tape machine models. These aren't mentioned by name, probably because of copyright reasons, but most likely they are these. The 16-bit Sony 3348, its 24-bit sibling 3348HR, the Mitsubishi X80, the Sony PCM 601 and 701, the Tascam DA88 and the Sony PCM 1630. And because of that, I must say I find the naming of this plugin a bit confusing, since the 3848 isn't the only DAC emulated. These 7 are digital tape machines, but the tape part is absolutely not important, because the tape, whether it be reel-to-reel or VHS or some other format, is purely used to digitally store data. The sound stored on those tapes would be something like this. What is important is the sound of the analog to digital and digital to analog conversion, plus the circuitry around it. And to add to the confusion, it does sound a lot like tape. Mostly because these are saturating like crazy, are very colorful and even compress. These are complex devices. When you flip through the models, you can absolutely hear the different characters. I will push the input to make the differences bigger and hearable on YouTube. Now with normal use, you would absolutely change the controls to get the vibe you want. For every one of these models, I can say they make the sound thicker and more glued. There's a reason why Chris and Tom Lord Alge use the 3348 as part of their signal chain. You can use the graphic EQ to fine-tune each of these EQ curves. The lowest band is a shelf, the other ones are a bell. The range of each band is 12 decibels. You get 6 dB of boost and 6 dB of cut. The emphasis control, in combination with the frequency selector, will add a bit of extra saturation and a higher frequency boost. The bias controls the amount of harmonics as well as an EQ boost or cut in the low end. There's a built-in limiter as well, and this one does not appear to be true peak. I would mostly use it for sound reasons only, since it clamps nicely on transients. The input metering seems to show input levels even before the input dial for some reason. The other metering display seems to work like you expect. And even though I said that the tape in this plugin doesn't matter, how you would use this plugin is actually like tape. Use it to thicken up an audio track and get some sweet subtle compression as a bonus. It works very well on individual tracks as well, and when you push you get a very nice sounding distortion with every one of these 7 models.
I'll keep you safe. No need to feel so out of place. Just keep on moving, I've never been so wide awake. Is it too much to make you stay? Oh, so follow me. No, we never have to leave. Just keep on moving, take my hand and feel the beat. Oh, never felt so free.
But if you really push, be sure to match the model with the audio source. On some sources it can sound too much when you crank the dials. Now before we continue, please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and hit that little like button. Let's use the 3348 on my voice during the sponsored segment of this video. DistroKid is the best way to get your music into popular streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music. You'll keep 100% of the royalties you earn from your streams with unlimited uploads, and you get many handy tools to promote your music. Use the link in the description of this video to get 7% off of your first year on DistroKid and find out why so many artists are using DistroKid to distribute their music. On this plugin, 60% of the visuals are eye candy and 40% is functional. Is that a good balance? You decide. The rotating reels are crooked and I think that is a fun touch. The tape display is a bit weird, I think. It looks different in the manual actually. In the bottom left display there are some smudges. And I wondered if they accidentally used a naked Jessie Ray Ernster selfie in here, but no, they didn't. There's a little Windows display arrow with the text of the 3348HR. It's too big for this window. On Mac this is fine. Also, the preset load on both PC and Mac is buggy. On PC, I can't use the previous and next buttons for the presets. It works fine with the Unfairchild. On Mac, the factory presets won't even load. The plugin uses around 2 to 3% CPU on my system with no oversampling, and that mode also has 0 latency, which is fine. Using 16 times oversampling can go up to 25% CPU usage and gives a little latency of around 0.9 of a millisecond at 48 kHz. The Tape 3348 really is a flavor machine and is best used as one of the plugins in your audio plugin chain. I like it and hopefully the quirks will get ironed out. The plugin can really lift audio tracks and full mixes, but try it out for yourself to find out if it fits in your audio toolshed.